going on, boys? It's Daddy Big here, and maybe I should have planned this as a Valentine's Day release, cause I'm gonna be talking about kindergarten crushes. Now, in my case, it's a kindergarten crush at least, but just the whole concept. It's like, okay, let me explain. So, I feel like it's kind of a universal experience that everyone at some point in their lives, you know, realizes that, you know, people love each other. You know, they whether it's their own mom and dad or a prince and a princess in a Disney movie or whatever, you know, or whatever whatever situation it could be. It's like people just. I feel like kids at a certain age just kind of like comprehend that, and then I feel like a lot of kids have the response of being like, "Oh, I want to find a crush," and it's like even though it's not a romantic feeling, that because kids can't really. I mean, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I feel like, you know, until you're like in high school, most relationships are of questionable legitimacy. That's all I'm gonna say. But all of the technicalities aside, my point is it just seems like at a certain age, kids just kind of realize no, that the love is love, because it's out there, it's part of our culture, and they just feel like they want to have that for themselves in some way. And, usually it's sometime around elementary school they try to find a crush or whatever. For me, it was in kindergarten. I guess I don't know if that makes me an early bloomer or not, but in any case, I didn't think too hard about what this person's fake name would be. We'll just say that this girl's name was Stacy Driver. Okay, I don't know if you know anyone called Stacy Driver, but I don't. So, so anyways, I was in kindergarten, right, and I kind of realized at that point that I wanted a hot mama. Oh my god, that was a but but no, I was just like I don't obviously it wasn't a real thing, but you know I kind of wanted to find a crush on for that I could find on someone, right? So this girl Stacy was in my kindergarten class, and I was like, all right, she seems pretty cool. I don't know what the criteria for a kindergartner would be. I guess just like put. I'm really not sure. I don't even really remember specifically why I liked her as a kindergartner, but if anything, I would suspect that probably not. I mean, not a very complicated reason. Probably just, oh, she's cute or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, so this girl Stacy, right? There's just a couple of stories that I think are really funny. So one was Stacy and her friend were playing with this like farm thing, like this like Playmobil farm set. And I remember I came over and I was like, all right, this is my big moment to make huge moves, So I was gonna like play farm with them, So I sit down and I'm like, hey, I pick up the little farmer guy and I was like, okay, I'll like stick him up in the top floor of like the little farm building thing. And they were like, no, you can't do that. And they put him out. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I take the farmer guy and I put him back in, and this process keeps just happening over and over again because I'm just trying to play farm with him, trying to pull some sly moves, trying to slide in. And then Stacy goes and gets the kindergarten teacher. We'll call her. What are we gonna call my kindergarten? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. She doesn't get a name. My kindergarten teacher, and I got in trouble for it. And I was like, why? And apparently, they desired realism in their Playmobil farm. Okay, you had to have the farmer walk in through the front door and go up the stairs. You couldn't just set him in there. He had to go inside the house. And honestly, I respect that hustle. I really do. I respect that hustle. But that's just kind of, I guess that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. You win some, you lose some. That was a lesson I had to learn at a young age, right? But really, it was just all losses for me. And the next one was the next loss I copped was Valentine's Day. You get a little Valentine for all your kindergarten classmates, as you do. And I remember I took a piece of paper and I drew a heart on it. And I wrote, "To Stacy from mystery mark, mystery mark, mystery mark," at the bottom. and I stuck it in her cubby, and I thought I was hot shit. I thought I was it, man. And I remember the next day, Stacy found it in her cubby, and she was like crying because she was so distraught because she didn't know what was going on. And so yeah, that was another fat L for Daddy Big. But I wasn't done quite. You can kick me. You can kick me while I'm down. Was that the phrase I was gonna say? That doesn't even make any sense. But you can knock me over, but you can't keep me down. How about that? So I shot my one last shot, and basically our kindergarten teacher was telling us all about there were various dismissal procedures, right? And like there was one day where it was different. I don't know if it was a half day or whatever the case was, but the teacher was like, hey, if you're a student that gets driven home, this is what you're gonna have to do, blah blah blah. And we were at the same table. Obviously we're supposed to be obedient little school children sitting and listening. But, I had a different thing in mind. I had the game. I had games. I was playing the game. You know what I mean? So I turn over to Stacy. I'm just like, hey, yo, Stacy, you one of those kids that has to drive, like get driven home today? She's like, no. What do you mean? Why would you say that? And I was like, because your last name's Driver. And she's like, are you making fun of my last name? And I was like, no. I was playing cool. I was just playing. And she got upset with me. And no, her real name was not Driver. But so obviously the story isn't necessarily. It's the same thing. I made a little side parallel of the story. That's like pretty much exactly what happened. Is yeah. But that was a pretty good line, actually. I think I really got robbed on that one. You know what I mean? I think that was a pretty tight line. And frankly, I don't know how I didn't get the bag. And get that what would kindergartners even do like in like a relationship? Just like attack each other at the playground. I don't know. Kindergarten is all. I guess I was just. The hormones were raging at the age of 6. You know what I mean? But in any case, that was just kind of some funny stories I wanted to tell. I feel like a lot of us kind of have a similar story. The first time we, try to have a little honey, a little sweetie at the age of like 7. But yeah, that was just a funny story I wanted to tell. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one, boys.